For so long, and I think this is the nature of how race works, is this idea that we are inferior, that we're intellectually incapable. And part of this process has been about rejecting those racialised logics and speaking to the souls of blackfellas to say, no, you know your story, and who best to tell it than you?
What is the benefit of community-based research? It's a good foundation for informing policy based on community needs.
So the UMe Project is, I have to say, it's one of the most unique research projects I've been involved in my career. It takes seriously Indigenous knowledges, not as something to be extracted, but recognises the power of Indigenous knowledges and the power of our people.
I learnt about the model through my mum, who was a health worker in the Torres Straits when the model was being developed, when it was being rolled out, and she was a diabetes health worker. And so I learnt about what that meant for her, the power that gave her and her colleagues to make decisions around diabetes health and healthcare delivery for our families, for our communities.
The model of care we introduced in Torres Strait is more a cyclical model. It takes on the overall needs of the population. It generally works on the paradigm of health from a Torres Strait point of view.
I think what's important to recognise with UMe Project is this has not been driven by the intellectual curiosities of a health researcher. This first came about, I travelled up to TI for the first time on the 30th anniversary of the Mabo decision. And it was two health professionals, Uncle Sam Mills and Auntie Yoko Mills, who knew I was in town and pulled me into a clinic room and told their story. And from that clinic room, this was conceived.
Oh, there's been so many key learnings in this for me, though. And the first one is showing up passing really goes a long way. The second thing is that having a strategy ready to go matters. For ke ngalpun mabaiga, ngalpun kazil, murugegino.
The gathering of the data has been really emotional process for everybody involved because it speaks to what's nearest and dearest to Nukla. And I think the beauty of the UMe Project is that no matter where we've moved up and down the East Coast, the concepts behind what UMe Project means around collective consciousness and the importance of being sovereign people.
The communities that I hope that will benefit from the UMe Project, first and foremost is the communities of Zenadth Kes, including the Cape York communities of the Northern Peninsula area. The community members that we've been engaged with this project has been focused on articulating what the Torres Model of Care essentially is.
With projects like this, you cannot anticipate what the impacts and benefits will be. But what I can say is that the process itself has done something. People standing strong in their story, strong in their power. So this project came about because Torres Strait Islander health professionals wanted to tell the story of the model.
The Torres Model of Care and the UMe Project means a lot to me because having experiences outside the outer islands and seeing the sort of conditions, health, education that our communities are faced with, and to grapple with the ongoing sort of stuff that our sovereign knowledge holders, not only the ones that we've collected, but of the ones from the past who are no longer with us.
It's clear that the model didn't go away. It is embodied by Torres Strait Islander health professionals every day. It is being defended, it is being fought for, and you know, the stories that we hear are not of control, but of love and care for our people, of a commitment to survival.
UMe Project has provided me with the learnings to work with others now within the broader Aboriginal Torres Strait nursing midwifery community to think about what does it mean for us, not just to be in the nursing midwifery profession, but to influence it in a way that centres the needs of our communities. And that's through developing practices, developing models that are driven by our communities, our ways of knowing, ancient ones, but also the contemporary ones, where it's, anti-racist and centres our sovereignty and our futures.
After having almost lost my life for the very thing that oppress our people and our children, and seeing all the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander authors embody their sovereignty is really worth staying alive for.
What is happening alongside of this process in the telling of the stories is speaking to a Black consciousness, and not just in this time, but for generations to come. We are producing a textbook that tells the story of the Torres Model of Care, not to appeal to Queensland Health for validation or those that have discredited the Torres Model of Care. This is to speak to the generations to come of sovereign Indigenous health professionals that are there to be of service to our people.